beautiful Capricorns, it is that time again, guys. This is your reading for mid-September 2025. Thank you, Cats, for being here. It's lovely to be with you. Now, in meditation, I simply saw somebody walking down the street, and what they were thinking about was, because their shoulders were sort of hunched up to their ears, what they were thinking about was, oh, I think I need an adjustment. Their back was sort of a little bit out. When I came out of meditation, Archangel Michael said to me, don't worry, the burden will be lifted. So it may well be, Cappy, that you've been under a lot of pressure, you've been under a lot of stress. It could be you're worrying about something. This may be the time, Cappy, that something's going to be realigned, which is going to enable you to feel a lot better. Okay, or symbolism. Unless, of course, I'm connected with the Cappy who's got a bit of a bad back, or many people have, but I hope you're okay out there. So the deck that I'm using is the Vintage Tarot. As you know, guys, everything is in the description box. And let's just start, shall we? Let's just start. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Capricorns? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, mid-September 2025. This is something, Capricorn, that is going to need to be ongoing. So this isn't going to last forever. Rather like visiting a chiropractor, right? They adjust you, you feel a lot better when you come out, but you know in a month's time or a couple of months' time, you're going to need to go back. It's an ongoing thing. But you're going to start. Okay. I'm hearing someone say, let's start with a very small adjustment and see how it goes. If it's not enough, we could do something more. Okay. All right. The Four of Wands. So Capricorn, this could relate to your stability somehow. This could be financial. You could be making adjustments in a relationship. We will see. Queen of Swords. Capricorn, this is you. I'm now seeing somebody tightening a nut on a piece of equipment. And they're telling themselves, I'm not going to tighten it to the point where I can't release it later on. And I keep hearing, because this is the first adjustment. All right, guys. You may be dealing with a Queen of Swords. You could be coming through as a Queen of Swords. In the past, the Nine of Pentacles. Capricorn, financially, things are very good in the past. You may have had savings in the bank. You could have tucked money away, right? After that time, you thought about the past. My throat closed up then. You thought about the past, thought about your childhood, thought about a previous relationship, thought about what you'd achieved, the memories that you'd made. Whatever this was for you, I'm hearing, just inched your way into the past a little bit, but then you stopped. It's almost as if, well, I think it's important to remember what happened in the past, but I don't want to remember everything because not everything was great in the past. You inched into the past and then you jumped out again. In your thoughts, Seven of Pentacles. You could be looking at savings. You could be looking at some past mistakes, but Cappy, everyone's made mistakes in the past. It's all part of our soul contracts. In the immediate future, the High Priestess. Capricorn, you could be highly intuitive. You could be on your spiritual path. You may have Pisces or Cancerian energy in your natal chart. Moon, Rising, Venus, maybe. You aren't saying anything, but you are making a decision based on your intuition. I'm doing this because I feel it's right. I'm hearing inch by inch, step by step. But you're not doing anything, Capricorn, that couldn't be reversed in the future. If I need to loosen that nut on that piece of equipment, I can easily do it. I can even dismantle that piece of equipment. But for now, I'm tightening it into place. I'm adjusting it. Okay. In your fears, the Ace of Swords, fearing somehow that someone is not going to allow you to just adjust a situation. Somebody's going to say to you, well, Gabby, you've either got to take the equipment as it is, locked and tightened, or you've just got to leave it alone. We're not going to allow you to keep readjusting it, tightening it, untightening it. You know, you're worried that somebody's going to say, no, Cappy, it's kind of all or nothing. You're nervous about that. Because it might be, Cappy, that what you're thinking about is, I want to take some kind of action, or I want to move down a particular path, but I don't necessarily really want to close out something completely, just in case I want to go back. In the environment, this is the person that you're communicating with or thinking about. They're coming through wanting to manifest. They could be a powerful manifester. They could be a Virgo, Scorpio, or Gemini. It's as if they're making something look easy. But what you're thinking about is, well, it's not that easy for me. I mean, this person seems to be pulling a rabbit out of a hat. You know, here's me readjusting, tightening, loosening, you know, hoping things are going to be okay. This person doesn't seem to be having that problem. It's as if, abracadabra, there's the piece of equipment I need. Yep, and when I don't need it, I can make it disappear. You're kind of looking at this person, Cappy, as if, oh my goodness, you know, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. In your hopes, the devil, hoping, Capricorn, not to get too obsessed with this releasing, you know, and then tightening again, adjusting, realigning. You're hoping, Capricorn, that eventually this is all going to fall into place and it's not going to be so much hard work, is what I'm getting. In the outcome, the Five of Cups. Oh, Capricorn. You may be expecting too much of yourself. This is you thinking, oh, you know, I really want to get to the point where I do it, it's instant, it looks great, or I feel really good. But Cappy, there may be a sense of, oh, I just don't think I can do this. Or it's going to take so much readjusting, realigning, moving towards this, moving away from this. Cappy, you may just think, oh, it's just going to be too much effort, too much time. Clarification for you guys. Wow, the Ten of Swords. And I don't know why I'm hearing acupuncture. I'm hearing acupuncture, seeing these swords in this person's back. You seem to be in a really uncomfortable position. Your neck is twisted to one side, right? You're out in nature. It's as if you were having a really lovely day and then, boom, your back gave in. I shouldn't laugh because, oh my gosh, I've got a bad back and it's not funny at all. But, yeah, symbolism. Capricorn, you may feel as if you've been trying to pull the swords out of your back one by one, but one sword is wedged in there so tight you can't get rid of it. No matter how much you go to the chiropractor, no matter how much you try and realign yourself, it's just there. And occasionally there's that little sharp pain and you think, oh, I hate that, right? Capricorn, it may be that you've been trying to forget a situation, but you just can't. No matter what you do, you just can't forget that somebody betrayed you, somebody deceived you, somebody might have manipulated you. And this is you thinking, okay, well, I really thought I was over it, but something is bringing me back around to that and I just can't get rid of it. I can't stop thinking about it. And you're realizing maybe, Cappy, that you need to spend a bit more time healing. okay, before you move into the next cycle. Let's have a look. What else have we got? 5 of Pentacles. All right. Capricorn, somebody may have left you out in the cold, or somebody may have rocked your finances. And this is you thinking, well, I've rebuilt as much as I can, but I'm never going through that again, right? This is you thinking, oh, there's just no way I'm going to put myself in that situation again. Very self-protective. Okay, Cappy. I'm seeing somebody now very gently rubbing ointment into somebody's back. Is that okay? Is that better? And Capricorn, you're saying, yes, you know, that is better. Thank you. But you're just saying to somebody, don't touch that bit, right? That rib or that muscle. Yeah, no, don't go anywhere near that. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. That was very nice. But we're not going deeper than that. Okay. Interesting. So Capricorn, this could be anything. You could have met someone. It could be this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords thinks you're the bee's knees. This Queen of Swords wants to be with you. But what you're realizing is, because of something that was painful in the past, even though you have tried to heal this, even though you've worked on yourself, you've done everything you can, whatever this was that happened in the past, you just can't forget it. And if somebody here is saying to you, oh yeah, Cappy, I know you had a really bad breakup, but I'm not that person. I'm going to treat you well. I will always be faithful to you. I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to betray you. There's still that tiny seed of doubt. Yes, but what if you do? Because I can't deal with what I dealt with again. No way. No way, right? So Cappy, this could be you just feeling your way into a new relationship, but it might well be that at some point your person's going to say to you, and it could be soon, all right, Cats, well, just so that you know, I'm really looking at this moving forward into something serious. And it may well be, Cappy, that you stop and you think, okay, yeah, all right. But if they bring this up again, you may realize, Capricorn, you're simply not ready. No matter how much work you've done on yourself, no matter how much you've healed, there is still that little muscle or that rib that is never going to be the same again, right? And you may need to explain that to this person. It's not you. It's nothing to do with you, right? You're lovely. I'm enjoying time with you. I love seeing you, but I just can't go any further with you at the moment. It may be, Cappy, you're concentrating on your finances, right? After feeling betrayed, 5 of Pentacles, I need to concentrate on my career, male or female. Whoever is in your environment is almost saying to you, Capricorn, this is going to be easy. This is something that we're just going to fall into. You may have fallen into this already. You may have fallen in love with this person already. What they're saying to you is, if it feels natural, if it feels right, why shouldn't we get more serious? And this is you sitting in the High Priestess energy thinking, well, I'm not going to tell this person, but whew, I went through it in the past. I went through it. You're using your intuition, Cappy. What you're feeling is, this is right. This is my person, or this is a situation I want to put time and energy into. But you're slightly worried because they seem to be in a slightly flighty energy. You've got your feet on the ground, Caps. You're an earth sign, right? This is somebody who one day you feel is the most impressive person you've ever met, highly intelligent. They can manifest whatever they want, right? You have every faith in this person. And then the next minute you're looking at them thinking, well, hang on, they could manifest a vanishing act. They could just leave me. Because they almost seem too chilled in their life. Oh, well, if it doesn't work, well, we can leave it behind. No, Cappy, you almost want guarantees, right? Yes, but I need to know, says Cappy, that this is really going to work. And this person's saying, oh, don't worry about it. Well, let's talk about something else for now, Caps. You know, let's not stress. And this is you thinking, yeah, but I need to know that this is rock solid. Well, there are no guarantees in life, guys. You know that. Let's have a look at their energy. The Queen of Wands. So, Cappy, this is somebody who is highly attractive. You may be very attracted to this person. This is somebody who takes action. This is somebody who doesn't take no for an answer. This is somebody who just makes everything look easy. I don't know, guys, whether or not you're even a little bit suspicious of this. I mean, whilst you're sort of, you know, having to go to the chiropractor to get realigned and readjusting pieces of equipment, all that sort of stuff to sort of make life flow easily, this person just goes through life as if, yeah, everything's going to happen the right way. Everything's going to be great. This is really, really easy. Life is good. And it's as if you don't trust it. Where's the hard work? Where's the effort? You can't see that. And because you can't see that, you may feel as if occasionally they have a tendency of slipping into their shadow. Are they really who they say they are? Are they really who I think they are, you know? Yeah. The Chariot. Yeah, Cappy, they just want to move forward with you. Cancerian energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, they just want to move forward with you. But this is you sort of, you know, coming out of the chiropractor feeling, well, I'm feeling good now. Yeah, things have been realigned now. This could be you spending time with this person, but then you go back in a couple of months because things just don't seem right again. And it could be, Cappy, this is you just coming to the understanding, the acceptance that you're just not ready for this person. You're just not ready. Yeah. They're coming through as a Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. I think this is the same person. They're ready to get serious. This is someone highly intelligent. This is somebody very attractive. They sort of tick all your boxes. But 5 of Cups, Caps, you know? And this is you with the devil in your hopes, hoping that you can be yourself with this person. You don't need to pretend to be somebody that you're not. But you're also hoping, Cappy, that you're not going to be sitting in sort of some kind of toxic energy with a magician caught up in, I'm hearing, another tower. Okay. Underneath the deck, my beautiful Caps, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're holding back. You may be slightly concerned about your finances, guys. Page of Wands. I think this is you feeling inspired by this person. The Hermit. You may feel they're very wise. They come out with amazing things. They have an old soul. They know how to reach into the depths of you, right? You may be a little bit in awe of this person, Caps. Could be a Virgo for some of you. They seem to have this incredible sense of knowledge, whether or not it's spiritual knowledge, whether or not this is a walking encyclopedia. This is somebody that you respect, you admire, and you guys are having a lot of conversation. You're enjoying each other's company. But they're making it very clear, Capricorn, what they're looking for, and you're feeling slightly nervous here. All right, so Archangel Michael, what is the 4 of Wands and the Queen of Swords for my Cappies? Judgment. They could be a Sag. They are asking you to make a serious decision, Capricorn. They want a reason to celebrate. They want a reason to celebrate. What are they saying to my Cappies? Wow, Capricorn, they love you. They love you. They want to celebrate that love. They want to get more serious with you. What are they saying to Cappy? I'm hearing, I'm just so happy when I'm with you. 10 of Cups. I can imagine creating a beautiful family with you. But why do I feel, Caps, as if this person may sometimes feel as if their feet aren't on terra firma, you know? They're all up in the clouds. They're sitting on this rainbow. Everything's great. Caps, you just don't trust it. And I don't know why. It may be this is somebody who just pushes on with life, gets things done, very inspirational. She's learned that she can manifest what she wants. And this is you just feeling we're a bit chalk and cheese, right? Even if you have your own set of accomplishments, Cappy, it might be you feeling that long term it may not work because your earth energy, you know, this is somebody talking about rainbows and sunshine and, oh yeah, you know, it's all going to be fine. But you're thinking, yeah, but what if it isn't fine, right? It's as if you want to shake this person and say, okay, you can get off that cloud you've been sitting on now. Let's talk about reality. But you don't want to appear rude or you don't want to burst the bubble. Yeah, Capricorn, there's you sat in the Ten of Wands thinking, blimey, you know, I've had a really rough day. My back is killing me. I've got to go and get food from the supermarket. You're thinking about real stuff. And this person's sort of on this swing on a rainbow, talking to you about love and how wonderful your life is going to be. And Cats, you're thinking, well, life is not always so great. Because I've been through it. 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. You're just nervous that you two are walking this lovely path together at the moment, but it's not going to last. Eventually, they're going to veer off in another direction and you're going to be left there on this path on your own thinking, what the hell happened? Let's have a look at the past, guys. I think with the 9 of Cups, you concentrated on you. Concentrated on you, my Caps. Yeah. Ace of Cups, self-love. I'm not feeling this is you offering love to somebody sat in the 9 of Pentacles. I think this is you concentrating on your own stability and self-love. And self-love, Caps. Yeah. Page of Swords. You told someone the truth about what you wanted to do. The truth about what you wanted to do. 5 of Swords. You wanted to get out of Dodge. Or you may have called someone out for sabotaging a situation. So this might have been something painful in the past. After that time, Capricorn, you did a lot of, I'm hearing self-healing, a lot of looking at the past, analysing what happened. Yeah. Moon. And you went inwards, and what you found was wonderful, but also a little scary. Realising that you wanted to accomplish a lot more, you wanted to experience a lot more, you wanted to open up your heart to someone because you have all this love to give, but with the energy of the moon, fear took over. Fear took over. What were you thinking about in the immediate past? Yeah, that there was some kind of tower moment that you had to reconcile within yourself in the immediate past. Might have related to a Scorpio or an Aries. You're thinking about a tower moment from the past, but you rose above. 6 of Wands. You may have walked away from somebody sat in a little bit of ego, or Cappy, this is you wearing a false mask. Okay, a little bit of faking it until you make it. And leaving the situation behind. As in, I really don't want to think about this anymore. 4 of Cups. Somebody may have tried to apologise to you, Cappy. You may have said, well, okay, but what you did was pretty unforgivable. I think you just tried to move forward. What you're thinking about now is, I've got some savings in the bank. You could be thinking about your stability because you are slightly worried about your money. You could be looking at past mistakes. God, did I really waste all that time on that person, you know, from the past? Because you're reliving the past, Cappy, I think, because you're moving into a new situation with this Queen of Wands. Page of Cups. You may be thinking of a child. You may be. You could be a single parent. You could have left a child behind in another area. You could travel extensively, I don't know. With the Eight of Cups, Caps, you're also thinking of somebody who walked away from you, almost under cover of darkness, and then apologized to you. It's as if you're still reliving the past. You're still reliving the past. Ace of Wands. They may have left you for somebody else. It may have been a very sharp cut-off. There might have been an explosive argument, and then that was that. You're thinking about wanting to leave all that behind now because you've met this person, this Queen of Wands. But something's in the back of your head. It's as if, oh, are we really on the same page? I don't know. They're making out as if we are. What's the problem, Caps? Let's just go with the flow. Let's just chill about this. Let's just enjoy ourselves. And you're thinking, yeah, but I want guarantees, right? I'm not going to put time, energy, effort into this if I really don't feel this is right. And there's something about this person that you can't lock down. You can't get to grips with somehow. The Hangman. You may feel as if they're up in the air half the time. You may feel, Cappy, that you're going to somehow self-sacrifice if you move forward with this person. You may feel that any minute now they're going to head off and be with somebody else, even though they may have said you're the love of my life. You're nervous. It's as if, oh, yeah, what do I do here? Nine of Swords. You're trying to look into the future. You're trying to look at the bigger picture, but there's a lot of anxiety here, people. You're weighing up the pros and cons of moving this forward because I feel this person wants to move things forward with you. But it's as if something is niggling the back of your mind. This shadow devil energy is niggling the back of your mind that it's not going to work out. Is this person everything I think they are, or is this person hiding behind a curtain, right? Yeah. So, Archangel Michael, when do we have the High Priestess and the Magician for my lovely Capricorns? Thank you, Michael. 1st to the 12th of December. Really, Michael? Yeah, okay. So, we are in mid-September, 2.5 months' time, around about 2.5 months' time. Let's have a look at what this person is trying to manifest. We need to put your mind at rest, my Caps. They're trying to manifest moving into a beautiful new cycle with you. I'm getting, again, a sort of, oh, life is great. You know, it's all flowers and butterflies and, I'm just drifting through life. Capricorn, there's something about that unnerves you. Do you feel as if this person hasn't got a concrete sense of what life is really all about? Do you feel as if this person might have been born with a silver spoon in their mouth? Or do you feel as if this person's off in la-la land sometimes and it worries you? They want to close out a cycle, Capricorn. They want to be with you. They want to be with you. They've been coasting. They've been waiting. They are connected to the angels here. This is Archangel Michael. Sag energy for some of you. They've been very patient with you, Cappy. They're in love with you, 2 of Cups. But it's as if you've grown this thick skin and they just can't get to the core of you. You've opened up to them quite a lot. But this is someone who wants to delve deeper with you. This is somebody who wants to build a life with you. Maybe you don't want to show them that little painful part of you that hasn't healed, that maybe will never heal. What is this person really wanting from my Capricorns? 9 of Wands. Capricorn, they want you to put a smile on your face. They're wanting to see you laugh. They're wanting you to drop this heaviness. It's as if, for God's sake, Caps, let's have some fun. Life is for living. And you're sitting there looking at this person thinking, well, hang on, life can get a little bit serious, you know? I mean, when you got to pay your rent, your mortgage, your bills, when you got to get food in, when you're not feeling well, when you're worried about family, right? You're trying to explain to this person that you do live in the real world. You understand the world they live in. You get it. Because I think, Capricorn, almost by osmosis, you are tunneling through to this person's life as well. You're intermingling your energy with theirs. So you're partly sat in High Priestess energy. But what you're not talking about is this little painful part of you that can't be healed. And you don't know, even though this person seems to me a magician, you don't know whether or not they are the ones to heal you. And you don't even know, Cappy, whether or not you want that part of yourself to be healed, because that reminds you of what you've been through before. It's rather like somebody who doesn't want to get Botox, right? Well, yes, but, you know, the lines on my face show the history, what I've been through, the trials and tribulations, which is all part of my life's journey. I don't want to hide that. I don't want to pretend that I haven't been through that. Why would I? But you are beginning to close off a little bit to this person, because it's as if, ooh, not sure about this, you know. You're very attracted to this person. You're very tempted just to rush towards them and say, okay, I'm leaving it all to you. You lead the way. You're the magician. But what you're looking at, Cappy, is a 10 of Wands. I don't think I want to do that. No. So guys, you may not be making your move at all. You may be trying to put this person in the friend zone, or saying to this person, let's keep this light. Or you may be trying to find out much more about this person to put your mind at rest, that they are sat in the light, right? Yeah, 2 of Wands. I'm getting that shoulder ache again. You are shouldering a lot at the moment. But you've got the world at your feet, Capricorn. Is this just fear? If you're honest with yourself, is this just fear? What are you going to be doing here? 3 of Pentacles. You may talk to a couple of people that know this person. What do you think? Are they genuine? Are they always like this? Are they naturally that type of person? Or is it some kind of act? Is this the real them, right? Because, Cappy, this is somebody who seems to tick all your boxes. This is somebody highly intelligent, Queen of Swords. They seem nice and stable. You're very attracted to this person. They're going places. They're in love with you. I mean, tick, 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 right? But there's something you don't seem to trust. You don't seem to trust it. What are you considering here? I'm just going to take my time. Okay, Cappy. Yeah, okay. Strength card. You may be concentrating on your health. Yeah. Okay, lovely, Caps. You're kind of back in the safe zone. What you've made a decision to do is to spend as much time with this person as you possibly can, get to know them at a deeper level, but take any talk of commitment off the table. Now, there is danger, of course, that this person's going to say to you, well, I'm really sad about that because I'm in love with you, and they may disconnect. But in your mind, Cappy, if they do genuinely love you, they will give you the time you need to get comfortable with them, really comfortable with them. And also, Cappy, comfortable with commitment again. Because I think you've been through a tough time, guys. Yeah. What is the energy between you two? I am getting this lovely energy you're building between the two of you. Almost like Archangel Michael showing me Candy-floss. Almost this pink fluffy cloud, right? Almost like Candy-floss. It's a Candy-floss moment, Cappy. The sun. Yeah. I mean, this person makes you so happy. You can imagine moving forward with this person in your life. Building with them, expanding with them, sitting in the sun with them. Cappy, you're falling for this person, but it's as if your logical mind kicks in. And this is you telling yourself to keep your feet on terra firma, right? So, 5 of Cups. Capricorn, I'm almost getting you a little bit upset with yourself, Why am I sitting feeling really down about this? Why am I overthinking, overanalyzing this? Why am I looking at things negatively? Capricorn, you may kick yourself out of this mindset and realize that you're simply in a situation where you've met someone and the feelings are mutual. The attraction is there. This person ticks all your boxes. The reason why you're feeling a little bit Five of Cups-y is because of what happened in the past, because somebody betrayed you in the past, because they left you out in the cold, and you're sat in fear. That's all this is, Cappy. If you can push away the fear, I think all of that tension is going to melt away, and you're simply going to say to this person, all right, let's just see what happens. You're going to give into it. You're going to surrender to it. All right. What are you going to do here, Caps? I think you will just surrender to it. Yeah, you're going to go for it. This person could be an Aries. Lovely. Caps, you're going to go for it. You're going to go for it. What is going to happen here? Ace of Pentacles. Whoa, holy moly. You guys could be moving in together in the future. Don't panic, Capricorn. Not yet. Not yet. This is in the future. I can already imagine you tensing up. Oh my God, right? No, no. No, Capricorn. No, no. Six of Pentacles. This is going to be an equal give and take situation. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking about this. What else are you thinking about? The Star. This person could be an Aquarian. Capricorn, this is going to be a beautiful healing relationship. I think this person is definitely sat in the light. What are you realizing here? You guys would make a great team. You guys would make a great team. This is you looking at this person thinking, if I'm with this person, because of the energy they exude, because of the light they're sitting in, because of their knowledge, because of their positive energy, I could end up sitting in the King of Pentacles with this person, grounded, stable. You could even be thinking about building a business together. You're recognizing that this is your person, Caps. Simply that, Caps. Yeah, Three of Wands. Yeah. Capricorn, at this point, you're looking into your future with enthusiasm, with excitement. You're no longer there thinking, oh my goodness, what am I doing? No, you're pushing that feeling away. I'm hearing you're giving the reins to Source. Beautiful. Capricorn. What does the Divine want you to know? Wow. The Capricorn, if you can release the feeling of needing to be self-protective, okay, you could end up in a beautiful partnership. This is the same woman. She could be a Taurian for some of you, or you guys could end up married, and the scales will be balanced. I feel, Capricorn, the Divine is trying to bring you in a beautiful, balanced relationship, but because of what you've been through in the past, it's almost as if you can't trust it. But I think, Capricorn, this is going to work out for you guys. Yeah? So, my lovely Caps, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way and many blessings. Bye now.